Hi everyone and welcome to my video, AI Writing Secrets Exposed, creating irresistible content with ChatGPT that ranks. Now this is my attempt at being funny, but it's true. You're going to get more value out of this video than a Costco membership. Now everybody loves Costco. I love Costco. They've got a ton of good stuff, so that's a big claim. But in all seriousness, I hope you get a lot of value, which I know you will, out of this video. Now, everything you see in this video, as far as tools and resources, will have discount links in the video description directly below. So if you want to learn or check out more of these tools further, feel free to do so. Okay, what you will learn. You're going to learn how to create articles using ChatGPT, then rank and pass AI detection. You're going to see my whole process from start to finish, including all the tools I use to create, articles using ChatGPT or artificial intelligence. Now, I've been messing around with ChatGPT since I first hit the scene. I am a ChatGPT Plus subscriber. I'm going to show you more about that on the next page. Let's dive into this article. And let me show you how to create articles using ChatGPT that are actually going to rank on Google for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my first tool I use, and we're going to go after. I'm going to show you what I'm doing here and tell you more about this tool. It's called Rank IQ. I do have a review video on this tool. You can search my channel, and you can see I got like a half hour. It's a pretty long review where I take you through the software. But what this does basically is it finds the lowest competition keyword phrases that you can rank for with a lot of traffic potential. So it cuts out the time if you're using any kind of keyword research software. You know how time consuming it can be. I've been doing marketing for 15 years. I know how to do keyword research, but I value my time. So if there's a tool out there that can, cut down hours of my time looking up, what keywords to go after to rank for, then I'm all for it. And that's what this keyword tool does. It's called Rank IQ. And the creator of this software is a man named Brandon Gailey. He runs a podcast. That's how I learned about this software. About 6 months ago or so. I was listening to his podcast called The Blogging Millionaire, where he shows how he generates over 5 million organic visitors to his handful of websites using nothing but low competition keywords that are easy to rank for. He's seen a need in the market, so he created this software, and he handpicks all these keywords, and there's 100 different niches and all kinds of different niches that are easy to rank for that have high traffic potential. So I use this keyword. I've been using this tool. Actually, I take that back 6 months. It's been well over a year because I learned about this keyword tool for a little over a year ago by listening to that Blogging Millionaire podcast because he promotes it heavily, and for good reason. It's a good tool. But this is the one I'm going to go after. It's called, just for this video, it's called Does Wearing a Hoodie at the Gym Help? We're going to go into the report here. And this is one of the millions of keywords that are in this tool. And it tells you the grade for this content is a B. Word count 1425. Competition goes from 0 to 30. It's at an 8, which is pretty low. Time to rank is very fast. Now I'm going to go through the content. Grade is a B. Obviously A++. They cover the topic pretty well. A B's pretty low, so it'll be easy to cover this in detail. Our target word count is 1425. I usually go for 2,000 to 2,500. I'll go over 500 to 1,000 over what they recommend. And I'm going to show you some tricks using the software too. But we're going for this keyword term. And we're going to go over to add new post. And I'm going to show you the keyword term I came up with. And I'm going to show you how I came up with it. Does wearing a hoodie at the gym help? The ultimate guide to gym attire. Now what I do first is I will go over and copy the main keyword term we're going after. And we're going to head on over to ChatGPT. And we're going to go into new chat. From new chat, I use a tool called ARPR Premium. I do pay $20 a month for. There is a cheaper version that's like $8 or $10 a month, and there's also a more expensive one. This one seems to be perfect for me, and it's like $20 a month. So my total investment is $40 using these tools. Not a big deal. I use them all the time, so it's very well worth the money. And I do, like I said, have a ChatGPT Plus account as well, which is $20 a month. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put these back to default. And we're going to go into a prompt over my favorites called Blog Post Title Generator. And what you can do if you're not using ARPRM Premium is you can just type in, give me 10 suggestions for a blog post title generator that get the most clicks on Google. And it should work pretty much the same way. But what we're going to do is type this keyword phrase in. I'm going to show you how this is done. Does wearing a hoodie at the gym help? And then we're going to tell it to put this keyword phrase exactly as is in the front of the back meta description. I kind of skipped over a step here, but I'm going to copy this. And this is going to be for our next step. We're going to copy this whole thing. And I'm going to show you why I did that in a second here. But we're going to delete the second part. And we're going to put, does wearing a hoodie at the gym help? Now it's going to come up with 10 suggestions for excellent titles that you can put for your blog post. We're going to wait for it to go through. And then this is why I put this in. And we're going to change this meta description to title. We're going to use the exact same formula in the next step. And I'll get into that in a second. And we're going to put redo. Because if you know anything about SEO, you want your keyword phrase at the very front of the title. It's just better for SEO purposes. So that's why I do that. So I got redo, does wearing a hoodie at the gym help? Put this keyword phrase exactly as in the front of the title. We're going to redo this. And it actually came up with 15 of them. And then we're going to put in the next step. Is I'm going to ask ChatGPT, based on your expertise, let's delete this real quick. Based on your expertise, which version of this title would get the most clicks and, let's say, traffic from Google search? Question mark. And we'll hit enter here. So we got 15 suggestions here. They all got our keyword phrase at the top, which is what I asked it. Perfect. Now we want the top one. And usually it gives you pretty much a good intrigue. Because they say the title, does wearing a hoodie at the gym help? The unexpected truth of athletic fashion. Now that's another variation of the title I chose. And it tells you why it selected that one. And this one was another one I came up with using the same formula. This one's good too, but I like the other one I came up with. And it better. But any of these two would be fine. So what you could do is, all you do is, does wearing a hoodie at the gym help? And you go over there and you paste that. That's your new blog post title for SEO to get maximize your clicks and conversions from Google. And you got your keywords optimized right in the front of it, so it's perfect. And the reason they picked this, it says it's got intrigue. It piques the reader's curiosity with the phrase unexpected truth, encouraging them to click to find out more. The keyword, it includes the exact keyword phrase you're targeting at the beginning, which I told you about for SEO purposes, which is beneficial for SEO. Relevance, the term athletic fashion broadens the scope and increases the potential to appear in related search queries. So it gives you its reasoning as well. So you know it's a winner. So that's your new title. Now we're going to go back over to our article. And we're going to copy this. And we're going to go back over to ChatGPT. And we're going to go on to step number 2. And we're going to go to new chat. And we're going to get, this is going to be really cool. So pay attention to this one. I got a really cool prompt. It's called Best Meta Description, 200 words. It's awesome. And we're going to use that. Now, if you don't have something like ARPRM Premium, they have different tools to write meta descriptions, to write blog outlines, to write conclusions for your article, all that good stuff. You can just type in it manually and mess around with it. Write me a great meta description, 200 words, that has these keywords in it, in the style of, use your imagination, and you can come up with something decent that'll be pretty good. But we're going to use this for best meta description, 200 words, my prompt here. Outputs in English, tone we're going to use. Now, these are the best tones I get for the best possible writing I come up with is humorous and creative. And I've been playing around with ChatGPT ever since it came out, so I'm getting pretty good at using it and getting the best possible outcomes. What we're going to do here is get best meta description. We're going to type in the title. Does wearing a hoodie at the gym help? The ultimate guide to gym attire. And we're going to click, make sure I got GPT-4 selected, and we're going to click start here, enter. And you can see how good the content's going to be. Way better than I can write and probably way better than you can write. And it's going to capture the reader's attention right off the bat to get them to read your article, to increase your time on site engagement and all that stuff, and get you further up in the search engines. And I'm going to read you a part of this once it's done to show you how good it is, what the output is. It's phenomenal. Like I said, way better than what we could do. So let's let it finish up here. It's almost getting there. And I'm going to dive into reading it to you. At least the first paragraph. So you can get so you can check out the quality of this. It's amazing. All right, let's go. So let's face it. You've been there in that shady corner of the gym, awkwardly tugging at your hoodie, second guessing if it's a suitable workout attire. Heck, you probably spent more time contemplating this than doing actual squats. Are you thinking, is this gym fashion fox pos or fitness finesse? Yep, we've all been there. Guilt can be a sneaky little gremlin, can't it? Here you are, just trying to flex those muscles, and bam, that guilt pounces, questioning your choice of a humble hoodie at the gym. Aren't I just doing what's best for me, you wonder? Absolutely, buddy, you are. Your feelings, spot on, validated. Put that guilt in a dumbbell and lift it right out of here. Now, let's pause the guilt trip for a second. Imagine this, an ultimate guide. A sanctuary of sorts where gym attire dilemmas cease to exist. Promising, ain't it? You bet it is. But it's not a fantasy, my friend. So buckle up, because you're about to dive headfirst into the world of hoodies, sweat, and glorious gains. No more guilt, no more doubt. Are you ready to tackle the enigma that is the hoodie at the gym? Well then, let's get into it. See how you can see how good that is? And you can also, if it's not exactly what you want, you can also tell them redo, and they'll come up with another version of it. And now what I like to do at the beginning of this, and I do this for SEO purposes, and I'm going to show you what I do real quick. If you guys know anything, guys or girls watching this video about SEO, I use a thing called Rank Math for SEO on my blog. You probably heard of it. If you haven't, it's an SEO tool that helps you, optimize your content before you hit the publish button. But they always recommend putting your keywords in the first few sentences in the meta description. So I like to do that, and we're going to do this real quick. Give it a command. We're going to put redo and add the keyword phrase does wearing a hoodie at the gym help in the first sentence. And we're going to click enter. Now you see right off the bat it says, does wearing a hoodie at the gym help? A question as old as the treadmill itself. Ever been in that awkward predicament where you're debating whether to pull off the Rocky Balboa look while everyone else is flaunting their gym couture? I hear you, friend. We've all been there. Isn't guilt a funny thing? There you are trying to shed calories and in hops guilt, stressing about whether your humble hoodie belongs in the gym. You're probably thinking, am I making a sweaty blunder here? Absolutely not. You've got every right to question, to try to sweat it out your way. So here's a news flash. Your feelings are acknowledged, endorsed, and completely guilt-free. That's right. Take that guilt and bench press it out of here. Now let's forget the wardrobe woes for a moment. Imagine this, a no-nonsense guide that decodes the gym dress code, leaving no room for doubt. Sounds like a dream, huh? Well, it's about to become reality. So strap in and get ready to delve into the truth about hoodies and gyms. A journey that's about as thrilling as your personal best deadlift. Are you ready to face the sweat-soaked question, does wearing a hoodie at the gym help? Without further ado, let's dive in, shall we? Now this is a lot better than I could do, and probably you could do as well. I like the second one version better than the first. It's got your keyword terms at the front for SEO, and it actually has it at the back, which is even better. So we're going to copy that. We're going to come over to our blog post here, and we're going to paste that in. But first, I'm going to make sure it passes AI content detection. We're going to go over to my second tool I'm going to show you here. And it is called Undetectable AI, a new tool that hit the market in the last couple weeks. It's awesome. And it detects AI content. And if it finds it, if your content is detected AI, it rewrites it and passes all the different AI content detector tools that are out there trying to detect it, which is really cool. And we're going to go over here and we're going to type this. We're going to paste this in here. This is actually a really cool tool. I think I got 35,000 words for a whole year. And then you get those a month. You get 35,000 words a month. So that's a lot of content you can use with it. And it was like, I want to say under $200, between 150 and $200. And I paid for it for the whole year. And they had a special going out for 50% off. Links directly below. You can check this out yourself, like I was saying. But we're going to do Readability High School. And they got high school, university, doctorate, journalist, marketing. Purpose, general writing, essay, article, marketing material, story, cover letter, report, business material, legal material. We're going to leave it on high school level and general writing. We're going to type this in here. And we're going to click check for AI. Now it's checking for AI or my content appears human. So that prompt straight from ChatGPT is past AI content detection. Pretty amazing. And if it doesn't, all you do is type it in there and you're going to click. I'll show you what you do here with this tool. We're going to click reset. We're going to click, say it passes this. It'll say your content is detected as AI. And it'll tell you all red down here. We're going to want to humanize that content. And what it's going to do now, it's going to take that content and make it undetectable to AI, where it passes all these different AI content detectors out there. GPT-0, OpenAI, Writer, Crossplag, CopyLeaks, Sapling, Content at Scale, 0GPT. And we're going to click humanize. It's going to give it about 40 seconds. It's going to turn this content. It's going to rewrite it. And it sounds really good. And then we could take that content and put it on our blog. So give it a second here. Since my content that I created off ChatGPT did pass, I'm not going to do that. But if it didn't, like I said, you're going to use this tool. And a lot of it's not going to pass. The prompts I use are just really good prompts. And it's getting past the content detectors, which is a good thing. But most of the time it's not going to pass. So that's when you're going to need to use this tool. So to cover your butt. Because Google's saying right now that it's cool if you use AI to create your content, because they're not going to be able to prevent it. But 6 months down the road, they may say, "Hey, your content can only be created 50% AI, 50% human." They might switch it up, so you want to cover your butt, so to speak, and make sure that it's passing AI detection right now. So I like to cover my butt from the get-go. And see, it took that content. It passes AI. That's what it's going to do for you. And you just copy and paste that. Paste it onto your website. And I'm going to read it to you. And you're going to actually make the sentences, obviously space it out and everything. Here's what it came up with. For ages, people have debated whether wearing a hoodie at the gym is helpful or not. A question as old as the treadmill itself. It's common to find ourselves in an awkward predicament where we have to decide whether we want to stick out like a sore thumb with a Rocky Balboa-inspired outfit or blend in with everyone else's stylish activewear. The funny thing is how guilt sneaks up on us while working out, making us question if our plain hoodie belongs amongst fashionable gym attire. But hold up, it's perfectly reasonable to wear that. Wear what helps you, get you into your workout groove without any judgment from others. Your guilt is entirely unnecessary. Chuck it out here like a barbell and press forward. So the content it creates is very good. It's very readable. So you don't have a problem with that and being like coming out with like weird content that doesn't make any sense. Content it creates is very good. So like I said, it's a very good tool that I'm using a lot of these days, and it just came out. So now what we're going to do, the second part, now this past AI content detection here, we're going to take it over to originality.ai. Now this is the best tool on the market to detect AI content. And we're going to go to this, paste that in here. Does wearing a hoodie at the gym help? And we're going to hit scan now. Let's see what it comes up with if it detects it. And it's 100% original, 0% AI, so it passed. So that is a big plus. Now we're safe to publish this on our site. And we're going to go back over to our site. And we got to paste it in here. Now we're going to want to do a blog outline for this particular blog post. And what I do here is I'm going to go back over to ChatGPT. And we're going to go over to new chat. And we're going to go back over, instead of humorous and creative, I'm going to use, we're going to go over to default and default, because it's a blog outline. I don't want it funny. I want this part serious. And we're going to go over to article outline here. That's a prompt. You can also, like I said, if you don't have this tool, ARPRM Premium, you can just type in and give me a blog, the best possible blog outline for, and you type in the title of your blog post. And it'll give you something pretty comparable. And we're going to hit enter. And we're going to stop this because I used the wrong one. We're going to go back. I do this all the time. It's annoying. I want to use a GPT-4 model instead of GPT 3.5. And we're going to do this over again. Click article outline. Type the title in. And click go. Now it's going to come up with an article outline for the whole article. It's going to cover it in depth. So you're going to have the most comprehensive article on this subject on Google. And I'm going to show you a very cool trick using Rank IQ, which I showed you a minute ago, earlier on in this video, to get all your keywords in it. This is a really cool trick. So pay attention. Do not leave this video because you're going to get a lot of value out of it, like I said. We're going to let this finish. And it really goes in depth on this. Sometimes if you have like an article that's 500 to 1,000 words, you're not going to want it this in depth. But for articles that are longer, you're going to definitely want it this in depth because to cover the topic thoroughly. You can get a little simpler outline because this is pretty in depth, which is good. But like I said, if it's a smaller one, you're not going to want to be this in depth. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy this article outline here. We're going to go back over to the blog post, and we're going to paste this in here. All right, we got it all in here. And we're gonna straighten this up a little bit. We got your introduction. And what I do is I separate it. A, B, C, D, all that good stuff. As soon as you get the hang of this, like I'm going slow here to explain this to you guys watching this. As soon as you get the hang of how to do this, the process is really simple. And it's real easy. And you're going to get real fast at doing it. I'm just going slow so I can explain this to you in depth so you understand it. So you can go and do this yourself for your own sites. Let's see here. Okay, we got the introduction. 2A, 1, 2, 3. All right, let's break this all up. And I'm going to do 2 paragraphs here. I'm not going to do the whole thing because I want to speed up this video. And so you don't see me watch me do the whole article because it's going to take a minute. But we're going to do the first 2 here, and I'm going to take you through my process. And the process for the end of this is the same. I am going to end in the conclusion here, which I'm using another prompt for. And we're going to leave the conclusion here, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And then we're good. So what we're going to do here, the introduction. You want the title of your post here. I always do the title of my post. Or you can do a variation of it. But make sure you have your keywords in your header. At the beginning. Or near the top. Either in your first or second header. Just have it somewhere where your keywords are in the header. And we're going to click bold. And we're going to use... You can use header 2 or header 1. I like the way header 2 looks, but they say header 1 works better for SEO. So I like to use one header 1. And then the rest of them are header 2s. So we got, does wearing a hoodie at the gym help? The ultimate guide to gym attire. Now what we're going to do, since we got our blog outline done for this particular article, what I do now is I go to introduction, and we're going to do the first part. We don't want to do 2 yet. We just want to stick with 1. We're going to break this down to little bits because we get the best possible answers. You're going to get more words. It's going to be better for SEO. It's all around better if you do it the way I'm showing you. So what we're going to do there, we copy that. We're going to go back over to ChatGPT. We're going to go to new chat. And we're going to go to tone and writing style. Now these are where I get the best results. I use humorous and I use creative. Writes less like a human, more like a human, less like a robot. And I've been using this tool since it came out, and this is what I found. This is just you can put any writing style you want. Just what I prefer. And we're going to type all that into ChatGPT, or make sure we got GPT-4 selected. And we don't have to use any prompts for this at all because it's already done. And it's going to fill in the blanks for us. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts and secure your water bottles because today we are diving headfirst into the world of sweat, spandex, and that unmistakable I can't even pronounce it, Uda protein shake aroma. Yes, we're talking about the gym. From grunting powerlifters hoisting weights that would make a baby elephant weep, to the smoothie sipping yogis balancing their chakras and a flamingo pose in the corner. The gym is a wild ecosystem full of fascinating species, but there's one species that sparked an age-old debate like pineapple on pizza or socks with sandals, the hoodie-wearing gym goer. You can see the content it comes up with it's good. It's way better than I can write. It's funny. It's writing in the it's writing entertaining your viewer, which is a good thing. It's going to keep them on your blog post longer. They're going to laugh. They're going to say, "What more is this? This is pretty funny." So I like the way this style is, and you can always go in there and edit it yourself if you don't like or ask it to redo it, ChatGPT to redo it, and you can come up with another variation of it. So let it finish here, and then we're going to go on to our next step. And it ends, so dear readers, as we venture into this investigation, remember, whether your team drenched or team breezy, what truly matters is this. Did you remember to wipe down the equipment when you were done? We're all in this fitness journey together after all. So what we're going to do is copy this, go over to originality. Now we're going to actually go over to undetectable AI, and we're going to copy and paste that in here. And make sure it passes AI detection. I do have high school and general writing selected in case it doesn't. We can redo it. And we're going to do check for AI. Let's see what happens. Your content appears human. I passed again. Now we're going to go over to originality.ai and check over here. Paste that in. Click scan again. Passed again. So this is coming straight out of ChatGPT. Sometimes it catches it, but most of the time it doesn't. I just have really good prompts. So it's passing AI detection, which is good. So you're good to publish this on as a blog post. Sometimes it does catch it. Like a lot of times, if you're not using prompts, professional prompts, it's going to detect it as AI content, which it should. If you're using the default model, and you're using the old 3.5, 9 times out of 10, it will detect it as AI, and you're going to have to rewrite the content. And that's where this undetectable AI comes in. So what you do, like I said, if it detects it as AI, you're just going to rewrite it, click humanize, and it's going to rewrite that content and make it undetectable, where you can then come in there, separate the sentences, make them a little smaller, 1 to 2 sentences for a space, make it look nice for your blog, and you can take that content that undetectable AI creates, click that humanize button, and copy and paste it, and just post it into your blog post where it needs to go. So we're going to go back here, and we're going to go on to our next step. We're going to paste that content in here. Boom, past AI content. And I also have Grammarly Pro installed. You probably do too if you're doing a lot of blogging. And it's going to clean it up, like all your spelling errors. And you're not going to get a lot if you're running through AI, but you're going to get some. Where you're going to have to clean it up. Commas are not supposed to be and all that good stuff. Break up the sentences, like I said. I like to do one or two sentences before I break it up. Just because it reads better on mobile and all that. It reads better on mobile, it looks better. And if you're running ads on your site, you're going to make more money by breaking it up, because you're going to be able to place more ads on your site, if that makes sense. And break this up. And just make it look nice. And then, like I said, if you got Grammarly, clean it up and it'll rewrite it for you. Get rid of all this. And we're going to go over to where we at here? Whether your team drenched, what truly matters is this. Did you remember to wipe down when you're done? Okay, we're about done here. And we're going to go on to close that space. We're going to go on to step number 2. Obviously, you're going to want to do this as a header. Now we're going to go into headers here, header 2. The first one, you could do a header 2 or header 1. But like I said, they say the header 1's better for SEO, but I like the way header 2s look. So that's totally up to you. But the rest of the article, basically all header 2s. And we're going to switch this. I like to take out the 2, so it's even less AI detectable. Because it always puts it in 1, 2, 3 format, like coming out of ChatGPT. So I like to get rid of it, just to make it more human-like. You can keep it, you don't have to, but that's just what I do. And then we're going to go over to Copy all this. And then we're going to copy all this. And then we're going to go over to ChatGPT again. And we're going to paste that in there. We're going to make sure we got humorous selected and creative. And like I said, ARPRM I'm using. And we're going to click go. And I did it again. No, that's on GT. I'm good. Never mind. We're good. It's checking my bases here. That GPT-4 is definitely better. They give you a lot better answers than the old model. So definitely make sure you have that selected if you're a ChatGPT Plus member. You're paying that extra money because it does come up with a lot better content that it creates for you. All right, it's going through all that. Let's let it finish. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to copy it. We're going to head on back over to undetectable AI. And then we're going to head on over to originality.ai. And you're basically getting a point of how I do this. And I'm going to go to the conclusion, what I do for the conclusions. Some other tips, how I create AI-generated content for my blog. One of my blogs, I'm just using all AI content. They're all starting to rank right now using this method. So that's a big plus. I'm going to keep using it and seeing how it does in the future. But I'm coming up with a lot of good content I'm creating using this, and it's all passing AI detection. So keep paying attention. I got some more juicy tips coming your way here. And it's getting a little in-depth here, which is good. So we got a lot of content. And basically what you're going to do is go through the whole article, put the headers where they belong, and then your content you're going to paste in. As long as it passes AI detection. We check every single one of these. And we're going to go over here. Paste this in. Check for AI. Pass it again. This prompt is really excellent that I got here. You're probably not going to get this because I'm using the GPT-4 and then this prompt, it produces such human-like. My settings produce more human-like content, so it's getting past AI detectors. But like I said, there's a good chance you're not going to pass on this tool. And once you do, you're just going to click humanize, like I said, and it's going to rewrite all your content where it's going to pass all AI detection. So that's a tip for you. More than likely, you're not going to see what I'm getting in my results. It's pretty much passing all of it, which is really good, just because of my settings. But that's that. Let's go back to the blog post here. And we're going to type this in, or copy and paste this in. And let's see here. All right, here we go. It's lagging a little bit, being a little slow. And what we do is we copy and paste this in, get rid of all this content because we already created a post for it, or we already created the outline for it for ChatGPT, and this is the content we created from it, and we're going to paste this in. Now we go through, we're going to clean it up, fix all the errors, the spelling mistakes. You're not going to have any spelling mistakes at all because you're using AI, but you're going to see some comma mistakes and all that stuff. Break up the sentences to one or two before there's a space because it reads better. Like I said, on mobile, and you're going to get, like if you're running ads, like I said, you're going to make more money with ads and all that stuff. Clean it up, make it look pretty, and we're going to go into our conclusion here. Now this is the biggest secret. This is the coolest thing you can do for SEO purposes that I'm going to show you right now that is phenomenal. Watch this. You guys are going to love this. This is worth its weight in gold. Using Rank IQ, what you're going to do, so we're doing this, does wearing a hoodie, the gym help one. We're writing the article on right now. Watch this. This is really cool. We're going to go into Content Optimizer here. Now, what you do when you're done with your article, we go over there and copy it, and we can paste it in here. It's going to give you a content grade. You want to get past a B, obviously, so you can beat out your competition. You want more of a word count here than what they got. And like I said, I go 500 to 1,000 over, sometimes way more. But a good way to do this, what I found using Rank IQ, and this is awesome. And these keywords here are what all the top ranking blog posts that are ranking for this keyword term are using. So what you can do is copy all of them. Watch this. I'm going to copy all these keywords, and I'm going to go over to ChatGPT. Watch this. Really cool. And we are going to say redo and add all these keywords into the content. And we're going to paste this. Now it's got all these keywords added for SEO purposes, where it covers this thoroughly. Now you can actually do this. I don't like doing it once, like in one paragraph. It's going to be probably 500 to 1,000 words. It's going to try to add. It usually adds around, I don't know, 70-80% of the words I paste in here. But you can do this sporadically throughout your article, where you're just typing in your main keywords. You can maybe the first 5 or 6. You can do after every prompt. As you're going through the article, and you can cover the whole, all the keywords doing it that way, or you can do it all at once, like I'm doing here, just to show you. So it's up to you, but it'll add the keywords in, which is awesome. So click enter. Now watch this. I'm going to show you at the end of this video here the grade is going to give me. And I just started with this article. I don't want it to get too long. It's already 42 minutes. But we're going to end it in the next 10 minutes. I want to keep it under an hour. And I'm going to show you the grade it gives me by just giving it this prompt. ChatGPT. And all the keywords added in. And it's actually giving me an intro, which I didn't want, but that's fine. We're just going to use this for demonstration purposes here, so it's fine. I just want the content. Get ready, folks, because we're about to dive into the wild, wacky, and sweat-soaked world of gym hoodies. Yes, you heard it right. We're turning up the heat, quite literally, and investigating why so many fitness enthusiasts are packing their gym bags with their favorite hoodies, transforming the gym into a land of kangaroo pockets and drawstring hoods. It's awesome the way it writes its content. But this is an intro, and obviously you're going to be doing back here like I was doing in step 1 and adding this content in. But what it's going to be doing is adding all these keywords into it. And this is going to be the same basic philosophy for when you're creating your article. And we're going to let this finish. And we're going to go back over to the undetectable AI, back over to originality AI. And let's click continue here because it's not done. And we're going to get a conclusion for this article. And then I'm going to end this video. We're going to go back here and go over to undetectable. Click paste, check for AI, pass again, which is awesome. It's amazing that this is passing right out of ChatGPT, these prompts, but it is. Like I said, most of the time you're not going to pass this, and these are. And if it don't, like I said, click that humanize button, copy and paste it on your site. Make sure you run it through originality.ai, and we're going to do that real quick. Click paste. Click scan again. Passes again, 100% original. Crazy, 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 but good. And like I said, everyone, you're watching this video. Like I said, you're not. I keep going over this point because I'm amazed that I keep passing this. Just using ChatGPT with these prompts, but I am. It probably won't last forever. That's what this tool, this undetectable AI tool, is going to do. It's going to turn that. As soon as it detects AI, you're going to click that humanize button, and it's going to fix it for you, and it's going to come up with great content, different readability levels. Like I said, it goes from high school to all the way to marketing. You can see here, purpose, whatever you're doing, essay, article, marketing material, story, cover letter, report, business material, legal material. And you click check for AI. It's going to rewrite that content for you, where you can copy and paste it on your blog and just make it look nice pretty it up basically. Go back to add new post, and we're going to type this in here. And I'm not going to make this look pretty right here. You know, put the headers where they're supposed to go and all that. I guess you guys are getting a basic understanding of that. Paste that in. Break up the sentences like I said. Put the header in. And we're going to use this as our conclusion. Or actually, no, we're not. We're going to go into that next. But there's your content there. And that's with all the keywords. After I add this, and it'll be with all the keywords that I put from Rank IQ for ranking purposes. Watch how cool this is when I'm done. Going back to the blog post, and we're going to type this in. Finish this up. And we're good. We got to fix up some typos and rewrite some sentences and all that good stuff. Put our header in right here. And this was number 2. And we just put our header in right here. And whatever we're writing about. And we're going to go through the blog, obviously, and go through the different sections, 1, 2, 3. Just like I was doing in the first one. Paste it into ChatGPT. And then make sure you check for AI content. If it's detected as AI, rewrite it using that undetectable AI tool. Double check on originality.ai that it's not detected as AI before you put it on your site. And if they both pass, obviously you're good to post it on your site. Going through this again, we're going to break up the sentences. Grammarly has me rewriting certain ones. Do that. Double check before it has you rewrite them, but most of the time it does sound better when Grammarly suggests it. Break them up. And you get the point here. I don't want to go through all this, but break it up, make it look nice. Put your headers where they're supposed to be. Obviously, you're going to go through all the way through your article doing the same basic technique. Now, conclusion here. Watch this. Once you go through your whole article, you get to your conclusion, you're going to end your article. Now what we're going to do here is wait a second, this site's running real slow. I apologize for that. And we're going to copy this. And we're going to break this up. We're going to put a header in. And we're going to go back to ChatGPT and let them answer these questions for us. Make it as human-like as possible. And this is going to be an epic conclusion. This conclusion is awesome. I got a really good prompt for this, where I'm going to show you how to do that. And this is running really slow for some apparent reason. So we might have to reset this. I'm going to do that real quick. Hopefully it's saved. I don't got to do this over again. We're going to go back to this part again. All right, here we go. Good, we're good. So we're going to copy this. Go on over to ChatGPT, which is right here. Make sure I got humorous creative selected. Click paste. Actually, we're going to cancel that real quick. We're going to go over to new chat. All right, this is my conclusion. I skipped ahead of myself for a second there. So we're going to go to, I got a prompt here called Epic Conclusions for Article. Watch how good this comes out. Same tone as before, humorous, creative. Humorous tone, writing style, creative. We're going to paste that in there. And we're going to click enter. And you can, and I did this again, so we're going to do this over again. It's very easy to do this. Make sure you have GPT-4 selected. And if you only have GPT 3.5, just use that, not a biggie. Redo this. All right, here we go. A toast to sweat, stretch, and swag. And I will redo the title of this, conclusion. I usually put my keywords in the conclusion too, in the title. And we can just do, we'll see how it, break this up. We're actually going to delete this. And we're going to put the conclusion. We're going to get rid of that 5 like I was saying earlier, just to make it look like more human-like, because ChatGPT always comes up with those numbers in it, and they're going to come out. I think Google's going to come onto that. You know, get keen to that. There's more of a chance of getting AI content once it's got those numerical numbers in the outline of your blog post. So we're going to put conclusion. On or about, does wearing a hoodie at the gym help? We're going to go into, turn that into a header too. All right, there's our header. So we're ready for the content here. Now we're going back to ChatGPT and see what it wrote for us. A toast to sweat, stretch, and swag. Listen, we get it. The inner turmoil, the back and forth banter that goes on in your mind as you stand before your mirror, deciding whether to reach for that snug, conventional gym attire, the comforting cradle of your regular hoodie, or take the plunge with a performance hoodie. It's like choosing between an old friend, a loyal dog, and a promising but slightly intimidating robotic pet. You might be thinking, I've survived many a workout in my time-worn, sweat-wicking tights and tank tops. And hey, my old hoodie has always been there like a dependable snuggle blanket on my chilling morning jogs. So why fix what isn't broken? What isn't broken? It's valid, buddy. We're nodding at you from across the screen. We hear you. And then it goes on. You can see how good it writes content. And this is a very boring topic to a hoodie. If you got into something a little more interesting, it even writes it better. So it's amazing what it can do with this prompt. But what I'm going to do now is what I was doing earlier. This is our conclusion for the article. We're going to go over here, copy it, go on over to undetectable AI, and I'll probably pass this as well. And you probably won't, but I am using these prompts. But we're going to do that and check it. Make sure it's non-detectable. Check for AI. Content appears human again. Like I said, if it don't, once again, run that humanize button and it'll get content that is humanized. We're going to go over to originality.ai. Check it over here again. Make sure it passes here. Click scan again. And we are golden. 100% original, 0% AI. So we're good to go. We're going over to the blog post here. We're going to type our conclusion in. Paste it in here. And obviously the same steps as before. Just using Grammarly, fixing everything up, making it look nice. Spaces, punctuation mistakes, all that good stuff. I like to do 1 to 2 sentences like I said. And we're basically done here. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to show you something really cool. Like I was showing you that tip with Rank IQ about putting the keywords into your content. I'm going to copy all this content. And I've only did a couple of these. I'm about halfway done with it, technically. But I don't want this video is already getting too long, so I don't want it to get too long. I just want you to get the basic idea of how to create undetectable content using ChatGPT. And what I'm gonna do is go over to Rank IQ. Remember I added all these keywords in here using Rank IQ that we want to rank for, because you want your content to have all these keywords in it for ranking purposes. So you can beat out your competition, basically. Now look at this. Now I only got half an article written, and I got an A++ grade. The word count's off because I got some, but it's over probably 2,000 words as of now. It's going to get pretty long. But you can see right here, it checks off all these words. Look how many I put into my content. So basically, ChatGPT, by copying these words, these keywords, and giving it a prompt to add all these keywords into the content, it did the work for me, basically. So I don't got to add these keywords myself, which is worth its weight in gold itself if you're using this tool. So now I'm ranking. I'm going to rank better than everybody for this keyword phrase because I'm an A++, where they're all a B. So I'm going to dominate in the search engines, basically. I'm going to give you a few more tips here, and we're going to end this video. I hope you did get a lot of value from it. And that it does help you out create content that's undetectable by AI. Another thing I do I use a tool called Visme to create nice pictures for my blog posts and all that stuff. What you're going to want to do, another tip I could give you, add your own. You can go through here, and this is all passing AI content to text, and obviously you're going to want to make it look a lot nicer than what I got it. But you're going to want to add pictures, spaces, the proper headings, and the proper formula I showed you. And pretty it up for Google. Add your keywords into your content like we did. And you should be good to go. Another good tip, like I was saying, is add your own input into as many articles as you can. Like of my personal opinion on this topic, whatever you're writing about, wearing a hoodie at the gym. My personal experience of wearing a hoodie at the gym. Because you're going to show Google that it's going to be good for ranking purposes. You're adding your own personal touch to the article as well. You don't have to do this, but I like to do that, especially if you wear a hoodie at the gym, you got your own personal experience with it. Write your own little section about why you does wearing a hoodie at the gym help, and just add your input into it, and it shows that you're adding a personal touch to your article, and it's going to be a lot better for ranking purposes by doing that. And you can do that for any topic. And that's going to be good for SEO as well. So I think I covered pretty much everything in detail here. Like I said, thanks for watching. I know this video got pretty long. I hope it was of value to you. But this is how to create undetectable AI content using ChatGPT and the tools I use. I hope this is very helpful for you, and you take what you learned in this video, and apply it to your own business. Like I said, these tools are going to be below in the video description box. Check them out for yourself, and if you feel they're going to help you, use those discount links and check them out for yourself. But I hope you got value out of this video. Hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed to my video, and if you want to see that Rank IQ video where I dive more into Rank IQ, you can either do a search on my channel for my Rank IQ review, or click the box in the upper right-hand corner of this video itself. Once again, thanks for watching, and I hope you got more value than that Costco membership I was promising you. So thanks for watching again, and take care. Bye-bye.